Aloha, Chad and Tony. How you doing? Pretty good? Okay. Chad, as my co-pilot, you need to make sure that nothing falls down into the flight control area, which is right in here. And then my left arm is going to be moving up and down like that for the flight control, okay? Thank you. And Sean and Jay, aloha. How you doing back there? Pretty good? Okay. All right, my name is Dan. We're going to go over a few things here before we take off. That safety briefing that you received inside, it is supplemented by a briefing card located throughout the cabin. There's some up front and some located along the backseat area. In the event of an emergency, to get out of the aircraft when it is on the ground to the forward portion of the doors, you'll see orange handles with plastic tabs. You would rip the plastic tab completely off, lift up on the handle, the door falls off. A normal operation of the door is a handle to the rear, pushing down, the door pops open. Our personnel will be opening and closing all doors today. To get out of your seatbelt, lift up on the tab. To my right-hand side is a fire extinguisher. There is no smoking in or around the aircraft. Under the rear seat area, there's a first aid kit, also an emergency kit. Now, the main thing is to sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. I'll get our clearance out of the Hilo Airport. We'll be on our way. We do have the Aloha discomfort bags located throughout the cabin. There's some up front and some located along the backseat area.
Looking back at all the years and tears that we've been through, it feels so good to see you. Looking back in time, there's been other friends and other love.
Real clear around the Hilo area today. We can see the active volcano site from here, about our 1 to 2 o'clock position out on the ridgeline. You'll see a big cinder cone, volcanic gas drifting out. That is the upper region of Kilauea's East Rift Zone, called Pu'u'o'o Vent. And we'll be working our way right over to Pu'u'o'o Vent.
Always on my way to something new. Oh, but it doesn't matter, 'cause no matter where I go.
Now, different types of vegetation around the Hilo area. We're just about to cross over some papaya trees. If you look right off to our left and right hand side, these are the light green yellow trees. Now, beyond the papaya trees, directly ahead of us, a large orchard of dark green trees. These are macadamia nut trees. It takes a mac nut about 18 to 24 months to mature. This orchard that we're crossing over, it's owned by the Mauna Loa Macadamia Nut Company.
Now those times are far behind me.
Now, coming up just off to our left-hand side, we'll view the Mauna Loa Macadamia Nut Mill. It is open to the public, not too far south from the Hilo Airport, just off of Highway 11. Hey, you can get some pretty good prices there on shipping mac nuts back to the mainland, open daily till 5.
I must have traveled down 1,000
A real nice afternoon here on the big island of Hawaii, the east side area, Hilo. We're receiving 200 plus inches of rain per year. That works out to about 2/3 of an inch of rain per day. That means it's usually raining around the Hilo area. As we depart the Hilo airport, we're along the east side of the mountain of Mauna Loa. We're going to be headed over to the world's most active volcano area, Kilauea. Kilauea grew on Mauna Loa's east and southeast ridgeline. And we're going to be varying our altitude throughout the flight, going from sea level up to about 4,000 feet at the very highest. If your ears get a little bit plugged, hold your nose and gently blow. Now, if you start looking at the backyards here of the houses, you're going to see swimming pools with black covers on them. These are actually water catchment tanks. Now, you start working 7 and more miles away from the town of Hilo. Not all areas have running water. This whole area relying solely on rainwater. Now, you figure an area receiving close to 200 inches of rain per year, they usually do not have a drought problem. Let's say you do go through a period of very little rain and have to get water shipped out to you via truck. For each 2,000 gallons, it's going to run you about $50. Now, the average size tanks down here, they range anywhere from 2,000 up to 10,000 gallons. Now, the majority of people who live on these water catchment systems, they do not use it for drinking. That's due to the fact that volcanic ash, it settles into the tanks. The sulfur and the acidity in the ash, not real good tasting, not real good for you either. So what the county has off the major highways of 11 and 130, they have water spigots with treated water. You can fill up to 500-gallon drums for free.
This one, the fire hose is huge.
This is Hawaiian homelands, the roads that you see. They're going to be building onto them. That's where the roads end like that. The road leading right off to our left-hand side is Highway 130, being called the Chain of Craters Road. It leads off of Highway 11 south from the Hilo Airport. Highway 130 goes over the ridgeline and down to the coast. And it used to lead all the way along the coastline ahead of us through the Volcanoes National Park. Now, due to older and newer flows at the shoreline area, Highway 130, it was completely blocked off on the far east and west. As far as you can travel now on Highway 130 at the far east side down at the shoreline, the town of Kalapana, what remains of it, then you'd have to turn around and come all the way back up to Highway 11. As we head through the forest area in front of us to the Volcanoes National Park, the Big Island of Hawaii, it has over 2,500 different species of trees. The majority of trees that you see here below us and around the volcano area, these are ohia, native to the Hawaiian Islands. If you look under all the trees, the light green area that you'll see, this is all fern. Now the ohia tree puts out a beautiful red flower called the lehua.
I'll try to show you each and every way I can, now and forever. I will be your man. There are days that I dream you'll be mine all of the time. I wish you were here, oh so very near to me, 'cause I love you. Now I can rest my worries and always be sure that I won't be alone anymore.
And we've ascended on to the world's most active volcano area, Kilauea. As we start to proceed into Kilauea's East Rift Zone and the Volcanoes National Park, you'll see the tree line area and the lava flow areas begin. And within Kilauea's East Rift Zone, there are two major flows. One is inactive, the other is active. The first flow area proceeding directly off to our left side and downslope, this is the inactive flow of Kupaina'a. It occurred from 1986 through 1990. Now that flow headed downslope, it destroyed 191 homes at the Royal Garden subdivision before making a left turn at the bottom of the hill, destroying the town of Kalapana and the Kalapana Black Sand Beach. Now, no longer active, Kupaina'a in Hawaiian means mystery. It's a mystery to the geologists why Kupaina'a erupted. It should not have erupted. And we are over the Kupaina'a vent area, gradually sloping up just ahead of us. The two main vent sites will be passing just off to our right side. No longer active, no smoke, a little bit of steam now and then. Very small Kupaina'a, almost unnoticeable, but very, very destructive when it was active. Now, about a mile away, directly ahead of us, we're proceeding into the active flow area of Pu'uo'o and Pu'uo'o Vent. This area ahead of us has been active since January 3rd of 1983, the longest running activity in Kilauea's history. I'll be making different turns all around the volcano area. Everyone will get real good views. And take a look off to our left down below here. We'll see the molten lava pool. The average temperature of the lava, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Look off to our right-hand side there. You'll see the pit and the molten lava down below. And we're going to start working our way all the way down the active flow. We're going to head down to the shoreline area to view where the molten lava is going into the ocean. The surface area out here is extremely hot. The only people out on the ground are volcanologists, geologists. Now the main plumes of smoke that you'll see coming out of the volcano area, this is sulfur dioxide. And where you see the smoke trails and the holes in the ground, this shows us right where the lava tube system is located, transferring the magma out into the ocean area. Now we're going to view what's called the skylight area coming up just off to our right-hand side. We're going to view a hole in the ground where we can see the molten lava rushing down slope. Take a look right off to our right side and right to the left of the dark lava flow area. Now right in this area, the molten lava, it's traveling about 20 miles an hour headed down to the ocean area. These skylights are where the volcanologists will get their lava samples from. When they come out to this area, they'll find a skylight that's open, go up to it, throw a piece of metal into it, attached on a lanyard. They will immediately pull the metal back out and throw water onto the lava. That'll preserve the content. Now you're probably wondering why the metal doesn't melt. The average temperature of the molten lava, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes metal about 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit to melt. Take a look right off to our left-hand side. You'll see that skylight. As we start to make our descent off the Poly Ridgeline here below us, we'll get a real nice overview of the lower portion of Pu'uo'o flow. The active flow of Pu'uo'o, it has worked its way so far to the east ahead of us. Now it connected into the inactive flow area of Kupaina'a about 8 months ago. Now, if you take a look just off towards our left-hand side along the ridgeline, you're going to see about a dozen homes that remain at the Royal Gardens subdivision. These people had moved back into their homes a little over 4 years ago due to the fact they had carved a road into the old lava bed below, allowing those people to get back into their homes. If you look just ahead of us off towards our left side, you'll see where that road was carved into the old lava bed of Kupaina'a. About 8 months ago, the active flow of Pu'uo'o, which is right below us leading into the ocean, it covered up a portion of this road just off towards our left side, blocking all access into the Royal Gardens subdivision. So these people were evacuated within days prior to the active flow reaching this area. And we're going to view where the 2,000 degree Fahrenheit lava hits the ocean water, creating a violent explosion of steam rising. As the steam dissipates, it's volcanic ash drifting off with the winds. Now the Big Island, the only Hawaiian island to say it is still growing due to recent lava flows above surface and at the shoreline area, adding new land to the Big Island each day. I'll be making different turns off to the left and right hand side around the steam area so everyone will get real good views. Yeah, you definitely would not want to be swimming out here on your vacation. Take a look at the steam coming up off the water. The average temperature of the water within about a 100-yard perimeter, it ranges anywhere between 100 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. You figure that's not really too bad considering the average temperature of the molten lava entering the water is about 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So it cools down pretty quick. A lot of lava going into this side over here. You can see it exploding. Good view of the lava there too. Take a look. A beautiful view here at the south shoreline of the Big Island. The shorelines drop off very rapid. Within about a quarter mile offshore, you have depths of about 6,000 to 8,000 feet. Now, whenever you look at lava, there's two different types. The majority of lava that we've been flying over, the silver shiny smoother, this is called pahoihoi. Now, you're going to see a darker, more granulated lava here and there. It's called ah. The difference in between the two, the pahoihoi lava, it can travel in excess of speeds of 30 miles per hour. Now, you're not going to outrun that. The darker lava, the it is very slow moving. It just creeps along. Now, the pahoihoi lava, it can turn into the but once it's it cannot turn back into pahoihoi. The reason being, if the pahoihoi lava, if it can pick up enough air molecules, it's going to become the darker, more granulated Now, the only good thing out of the 191 homes that were destroyed off to our right-hand side at the Royal Gardens subdivision, nobody was hurt. Now, the bad thing is, though, nobody had insurance. At that time, nobody would insure a house on an active volcano. Now, there's a company right now on the mainland that's starting to offer lava insurance. Now, whenever you look at a lava flow area, the darker the landmass, the more recent the flow. On the average, it takes lava about 200 years of element breakdown, wind and rain for anything that starts at here and grow to it. Now, due to the volcano area receiving so much rain, the regrowth on this side a little bit quicker, about 150 years. But if you go to the west side of the island, the Kona side, very dry over there. A regrowth on that side, more like 300 years. An amazing sight here, Pu'o'o vent, the active flows of Pu'o'o and Kilauea's East Rift Zone. Pretty amazing what Mother Nature can do around here. As we start to depart the volcano area, we'll be headed over to the west side of Hilo into the rainforest portion of the Big Island. We're going to be taking a look at some beautiful waterfalls over there. As we start to head back into the forest area, some of the different types of animals you might find throughout the Big Island. There's a lot of wild turkey, wild pigs, goats, donkeys, horses, cattle. Now there's only one thing though you will not find on any of the Hawaiian Islands: snakes. No snakes in Hawaii. Now they were never introduced to the Hawaiian Islands and they definitely want to keep it that way. If you're caught bringing a snake into Hawaii, it's an automatic $2,500 fine plus 2 months in jail. Now one thing the Hawaiian Islands do have plenty of, I'm sure you've seen them around already, the mongoose. Originally introduced to the Hawaiian Islands to take care of the rat population, and the only problem is the mongoose comes out during the daytime, a rat comes out during the nighttime, and they completely miss each other. Now there's a large overgrowth of mongooses, and they're stealing bird eggs. Now looking down into the forest area, you'll see quite a few dead trees out here. This is not due to the lack of rain, it's due to the volcanic ash that settles into the forest. The sulfur and the acidity in the ash killing the trees. And this area receiving well over 150 inches of rain per year. So much rain in certain areas you'll see standing water that never dissipates. Just ahead of us and around the Hilo area, you'll start to see quite a few greenhouses. Under them are anthuriums and orchids. The big island of Hawaii also being called the Orchid Isle. A lot of orchids grown on the Hilo side, and they get real high in production, shipping to the mainland for Thanksgiving Day parades and Christmas Day parades. Just ahead of us, we'll be crossing over Highway 11, leading south from the Hilo Airport. Highway 11 goes around South Point here on the big island of Hawaii. Now, South Point being the southernmost point in the United States, then it goes on to the South Kona side. Now, if you were to drive around the big island, took your time, relaxed, had some real nice scenic views, stopped and had a lunch, it's going to take you about 6 to 7 hours. A full day's work, but definitely well worth the effort. Now you'll see quite a few cattle off towards our left and right hand side out in this area. Now the big island of Hawaii is home to the Parker Ranch headquarters, about 100 miles northwest from where we're at right now. The Parker Ranch is the largest singly owned operated ranch in the United States, about 225,000 acres. As we head over to the waterfalls, we'll be moving from the mountain of Mauna Loa towards our left side, ahead of us towards the mountain of Mauna Kea. Now, during the daytime, both Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa are usually covered with clouds like we see now, due to the trade winds bringing in the moisture off of the ocean. But Mauna Kea, it extends up to 13,796 feet in Hawaiian, meaning White Mountain, receiving snow a few months during the season. Now, Mauna Kea is also home to the observatories up top, a few of them the WM Keck 1 and Keck 2 telescopes. They can get some excellent views on top of Mauna Kea due to the fact it's usually clear about 320 nights out of the year. Now, that's due to Mauna Kea being almost 40% into the Earth's atmosphere, quite a ways up there. We'll get a real nice view here of the town of Hilo. Hilo has a population of about 50,000, out being the most populated on the Big Island. Not a real big tourist attraction due to the amount of rain Hilo gets, 200 plus inches of rain per year. It definitely tends to scare a few tourists away. Now, just ahead of us, we'll be crossing over Highway 200, being called Santa Road, connecting Hilo towards the Kona side. Santa Road leads off to our left-hand side. It goes up in between the two mountains of Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, at about the 7,000-foot level. Now, renting a car here on the Big Island, the rent-a-car companies, they'll make you sign an agreement. You will not drive on this road. Pretty good road. You get about another 10 miles up. Then it gets real narrow, a lot of potholes, no motor services, and a few too many accidents were occurring. As we approach the rainforest area of the Big Island ahead of us, the Wailuku River, this leads into Hilo Bay. The water comes from the mountain of Mauna Kea, up at altitudes of about 9,000 feet. Even by the time this water reaches sea level, it's still extremely cold, but very pure water, no man-made contaminants. Coming up just off to our left-hand side, we'll be viewing the Hawaii Falls, a beautiful sight. I'll be making a turn. You'll see them off to the right-hand side.
Funny faces as you try and walk to me. My little girl, you mean so much to me. Big brown eyes, candy smile and full front teeth. My little girl, you mean so much to me. Everybody needs a someone in the light, and I've got you. Everybody needs a little sunshine in the light, and I've got you. Kalena in your eyes, visualize so much peace. Wonder what you're thinking about when you look at me. You're barely talking and you're walking right at me. Mischief making baby girl, you are so sweet. Everybody needs a certain sun in the light, and I've got you. Everybody needs a little sunshine in the light, and I've got you. Kalena little angels coming down to put you to sleep. Rest your little eyes, God bless you and your soul to keep. When you're sleeping, you must be dreaming of dreams so sweet. Little angels playing with you on a peppermint street. Now everybody needs a certain someone in the light, and I've got you. Everybody needs a little sunshine in the light, and I've got you. Kalena
All the light green fields here leading from the rainforest area down to the shoreline at about 40 miles of it. This used to be all sugarcane. Now, due to foreign competition, no more sugarcane is grown here on the big island of Hawaii. It takes sugarcane about 18 to 24 months to mature. After that time, they burn the field down. That burns the leaf off of the stalk. Then it's uprooted, put in the cane trucks, and brought to local sugar mill. On the Hawaiian Islands, it's made into a raw sugar, a molasses. And from Hawaii, it's shipped to Crockett, California, where there it's refined into pure sugar and labeled CNH sugar. CNH meaning California and Hawaiian. Now, to make 1 pound of sugar, it takes about 1 ton of water consumption. A lot of water.
Hilo's such a rainy old town, I listen to the rain come down. Don't it fall so free? Take a walk in the rain and let the rain wash away your pain. You can start all over with me. Went to a party on Big Island. Everyone was having fun.
Now we are starting to make our descent into the Hilo airport. We have been cleared to land on behalf of Blue Hawaiian Helicopters and myself. And my name is Dan. It's been a pleasure being your pilot today. Hope everybody had a real nice time. Hope you had some great views. Have an excellent vacation while you're on the islands of Hawaii. And when we do land, our personnel will be there to assist you out of the aircraft. Please remain seatbelted till the aircraft is completely on the ground. You might want to check around your area and make sure you're not going to leave any personal belongings. Blue Hawaiian Helicopters also flies on the Waikoloa side of the Big Island and the island of Maui. If you could tell your friends about Blue Hawaiian Helicopters here on the Hawaiian Islands, I'd appreciate it.
So I waited for my chance. That's when I asked if she'd like to dance. She took me by the hand, and it began to rain. Dancing, dancing, dancing in the hilo rain. Dancing, dancing, dancing in the hilo rain. And she said, do you know a place to go to see the stars in the sky? Just a little hideaway together, you and I. And we might spend the night if you're not too shy. Hilo raining night. No, 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 no. Soon the clouds rolled in, and it began to rain. We were dancing, dancing, dancing in the hilo rain. Dancing, dancing, dancing in the hilo rain. Yeah, dancing, dancing, dancing in the hilo rain. Dancing, dancing, dancing in the hilo rain.
Hey, move your body in a slow motion. Come again, feel the vibration. We grooving all the way till the rain one fall. Feet to the mouth, because you become overboard. Me rocking, so you can't stop the road. Whosoever turns come great from the ball. The K to the A to the B to the E to the N to the A. One, if they understand, this is your invitation.
Dancing in the hilo rain. Dancing, dancing in the hilo rain. Dancing, dancing in the hilo rain.
Okay, everyone, have a great day and have a great vacation. Aloha.